If you haven't already, go watch the GTA 6 trailer. I promise you it is not going to disappoint. Please do me a favor and get off this video and go watch that fucking trailer. Please. If you're not going to watch the trailer and you're not into GTA, I don't really know what you're doing with your life, because that's an OG game. I'm pretty sure everyone has played it and probably will play it in their generation, and that's huge. It's been in updates for basically 12 years now, and we just got the trailer today. So please go check it out. Let's talk about today, though. Actually yesterday, came up into this daily order block right here. Okay, we created some external buy side, which was created up here on this high, the swing high. This, in my eyes, right, took out this swing high. And so right now, what we have is we have this prize, or this liquidity pool that is sitting right here. This whole, I wouldn't say arc, but this whole, whoa. Don't know why it's like that. I'm going to mark like from here to here, basically. This whole pool of liquidity that is sitting there for price to come back and reach into those engineered liquidity points. This is the top of the top, right? This is the this is where price would want to target if we were going to go long. Okay, now you're asking yourself, where should I go long? And so I did the analysis today, and I did not trade today, but I did make a few remarks and some pretty good analysis, and I saw some pretty good price action, what could lead into something way bigger tomorrow. And what I'm hoping tomorrow would be a very, very, very bullish day for us tomorrow. So what can we notice and what can we mark out? So like I said, highs are created up here, and then we kind of reject. This is, when is this? Friday, Sunday, and then Monday we open right around here. We kind of just trade down. We do create internal Asian highs, internal London highs. Okay, so this was potential buy side liquidity up here, also engineered liquidity. But what I expected and didn't expect was two things. This price drop, at first I didn't expect, because at first when I was looking at the right now we're on 1 minute, but if I was looking on the 1 hour, I had this whole displacement move up like this. I had the OT marked out, right? I don't know why it's the standard deviation. I had the OT marked out like this, something like this, right? So for me, price would want to come down, which is fine, but stop around this level or sweep this level. But price, look at this. It went right through and then right through again. And so I was like, where is it going? Okay, and then I noticed there's 1 hour sell side liquidity down here. And when I drew my OT from this swing high, or this swing low to that swing high, look what happens. Boop. Okay, so far it doesn't mean anything. But this liquidity is right under the golden zone. Okay, and if we go on, let's see, the 15 minute, 15 minute, why not? I know there's a lot of OT overlapping, but once you look at this one right now, we're going to mark this as like gray for the moment. Price comes down. This is 8:15, right? We have no news today, so this was a little unexpected. We do again have that 1 hour sell side down here. Comes down. Trades all the way in our OT, which we would hope to see a reaction off of. Comes down, hits the, I guess, pretty sure I did this in the 4 hour. 4 hour OT, like on the dot. Okay, perfect price action. Comes up, and then it actually hits right at 9:30. So this is a perfect time to go up, right? Perfect time. If we do look at where, okay, New York is up there, so we don't need to worry about that. And we create this high, this internal swing high. Okay, and so now my play is, that means that we could potentially see a move up. So what I wanted to see is a market structure shift. And basically what I'm just showing you, just for the people that aren't here, we have this downtrend. whoops, this downtrend, and we're making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, etc. If this lower high creates a lower low, and then this lower low, which actually becomes a swing low, creates a higher high, okay, notice where we closed, that's a problem. That means that the market structure shift, or the market structure, is changing, okay? For this to be valid and it's still down move, that means that we would need to close under this low, okay? We don't want to trade above this because this shows a lower low, or lower high, lower low, higher high. That doesn't make sense. So this is a valid market structure shift on the 15-minute. This took a while though. I do want you to notice, they hit the OT, so we're going to delete this. We don't need that. This took a while to happen. I do want you to notice that it took longer than expected. Came all the way down, 10 a.m., 10:15. Then it sweeps the sell side liquidity, which is right here. Okay, so now we're trading under that sell side liquidity. We do have a 15-minute order block here. I also did mark a 1-hour order block, which is a little more here, but then that 15-minute came right here. So had 2 levels marked out. Notice how price sweeps that sell side liquidity and then trades all the way to that 15-minute order block, trades inside, kind of, it does close inside a little bit, but if you look at price action, it has a breaker structure here. And so we kind of come up. And so this, I want you to look how long it took, right? So boom, 11 a.m. we get our breaker structure, kind of change in market, shift of market structure. The only way to validate that this was a market structure shift would be if price closed above that. So that's all I was waiting for. I didn't want to make a trade where it came back, come up. Okay. I only do that when there's a valid market structure shift happening. So guess what? 11 a.m. we get our change. Get a huge propulsion up, and this at 11:45, right? So 45 minutes, we get these 3 fucking candles. 11:45, we get this big, nice engulfing candle, and that is where I know where price will want to go. Engulfing, keeps going, and this is where we get to the fun part. Pretty sure it's on the 5-minute too. Look at this. Price barely made it above, barely, just like basically a tick, not even. 2 cents away from closing, maybe on the high or under, 2 cents away, and I made that swing high. This is a valid market structure shift. Okay, so now what do I expect? So like my teachings, right? You have, let's just do this. You have a down move like this. I'm just representing this. Then you have a down move up here, and this breaks the high up here. Okay, you can see a visual high that is broken right here. We're just going to mark that in black. We're going to mark this like a dashed. Okay, so visible market structure shift. Now, what is created in this is called displacement. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw our OTE from that swing high like that. Okay, and then in that OTE, we might find maybe like a fair value gap that's like hidden here, for example. And maybe we draw the middle line. And maybe this is yellow or blue. Let's keep it blue. Fuck it. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to draw our discount and premium from swing high, swing low. Boom. Okay. So that's what I'm looking for. Then what I'm looking for now is for price to trade above this and then come back for a retracement to the zone. And we're going to make this red line and do. Okay. And then this is where I would take my long position entry. Okay, for a higher high. Oh, shit. Up here. Up here. Cool. I don't know if you can understand that. I'm going to just delete this fair value gap. I don't know if you can really understand that, but that's the model structure. Okay, vice versa. That's how I trade. So far, that's what I've been trading. Okay, and so I want you to realize, is there a way I can move this down? Oh, perfect. Okay, let's move it here. Okay, so keep watching in the model. Okay, and we'll walk through every step. This down move right here. Okay, boom. Actually, we'll mark it in black just so it makes more sense. Validated. Down move happens. We hit a high time frame PD array, which causes a reversal. Okay, this happens. Reversal does happen. Boom. What happens here? Market structure shift. Market structure shift. What happens up here? Very short reversal. Boom. We do get that. What happens now? We get a down move. Down move happens here. That's validated. Does the OT get drawn from this swing low to this swing high? Yes, it gets drawn. That's validated. The real question is, does price come into the discount zone or discount area for us to enter longs? Well, we drew it here. Did it come any lower? No. Did we take a trade? Nope. But what we can notice now is that price came under, and this was around, pretty sure this was towards the end of the day. That's why it was a little risky for me to take the trade. And that's why I basically told myself mentally, this is it's taking too long. So this will probably be an overnight trade, that this will happen overnight and I could hopefully enter tomorrow morning. What happens is we get obviously that nice push down reaction, not the reaction I was hoping for. This was a little slower and a little choppy. We created that fair value gap, kind of trades around there, kind of chops. The lowest we go is here. We're not even reaching. I mean, this is close, but it's not even in the area we want it to at all. Okay, but it does show me that it wants to go lower. It does show me that it can get to that level. It probably will get to the level. Kind of trade up, up, up. This is around 305, man. I have a rule where I'm not trading from 255 to 4. That's like the death zone. That's where there's no volume, nothing's really happening. You're not going to get any big moves from there at all. Kind of come up, and then where does this come up? This comes up probably to take out a fair value gap that's sitting here. Let's look at the 15-minute. Is there anything that catches our eye? Yeah, there's a big fair value gap right here. Is there the consequent encroachment maybe of that fair value gap that it's possibly targeting? Okay, traded it above. Okay, but that's valid to target. Okay, that's valid. But do notice that it gets rejected. It got rejected from that fair value gap. It did not trade higher, and it actually closed basically right where our market structure shift closed happened too. Okay, so this does show me two things. This shows me that price wants to go down even more. Okay. And for us, this creates like a new OT level, right? So the swing low is the same, but the swing high just moved a little higher up to here. Okay. So now, what is really weird is if you notice this swing high right here did not happen until this happened. Okay. And right now, when I drew that OT, it was in the discount zone. So people could buy. Just saying that. But now the zone has been just moved a little bit higher. And so now what I'm looking for, right, is we're still pending in this blue line right here. We're still, just to visualize this, we're still in this line. Okay. Does that make sense? We still want price, and because I got to redraw this again, we still want price to be, in the red zone, okay? So think of it as football. You can't score a touchdown unless you're in the end zone. So we can't take a trade unless we're in the red zone. Does that make sense? So price got close. We could have taken a trade here, but remember, this OTE thing up here on the swing high didn't happen. So we couldn't do that. They got close, but we couldn't do that. So now, what am I waiting for, and what do I want to see? I want to see price come lower, which I know it probably will. Do be aware, though. Do be aware. I'm studying vocab. No, do be aware that tomorrow at 10 a.m. we have ISM services PMI, so don't forget that. Again, not a huge slippage. I'm hoping not to see so much action. What could be concerning is the JOLTS job opening. Okay, this could be some news to watch out for. Possibly bullish. I don't know. Hopefully it's bearish. This is where we can come down, but not not super down, because I don't want it to sweep this liquidity down here. All I want it to show is that there's some strong PD raise up here that can support price, and we can start buying again. And then what I've done is I've already marked out the standard deviation, right? And this is a big standard deviation, and where it's showing is the -1 basically is around this liquidity, which is fine. The halfway point of this, if I'm pretty sure I marked that out right, it should pop us up, okay, right around this liquidity. Not super accurate. We do have our monthly, weekly liquidity up here, and we have our final monthly liquidity up here. Both of these are swing highs. This is the main target at the moment. Let me change this to this. Main target. So that if I were to end a trade, I would only consider taking these highs up here. Okay, just for the one. It doesn't seem like a lot, but if you take this trade, it's a lot risk to reward. Like if I just take this, aim it all the way, put it all the way at these highs, for example. Stop loss is like here, like under these highs. That's a 10 to 4. Yeah, okay, that's a good risk to reward ratio. Like that's a good trade if that were to happen. Okay, so I hope everyone understood this model. I'm gonna go ahead and actually take a photo of this model, because this is intriguing and it makes sense. But that's it for the video. I appreciate you guys. I will probably see you tomorrow if I take a trade tomorrow. I don't know. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good one.